Hello people of the internet, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Monday to you all. Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend. Of course, the NCT Dream Train, woo, I messed that one up. The NCT Dream Train continues, of course. We checked out the title track ISTJ, which was a whole time and a half. And of course, the pre-release Broken Melodies, which was a blast and a treat. But that's only two songs off of the ISTJ album. Today we are going to be running through the rest of the studio-length album ISTJ. So instead of covering the two tracks we covered already, I'm going to skip over the title track ISTJ, we're going to skip over Broken Melodies, which dropped as a pre-release, and we're going to start off with track number 3 and go Yogurt Shake, we're going to go Skateboard, Blue Wave, Poison, SOS, Pretzel, Starry Night, and Like We Just Met to round off the proceedings. 8 songs on the album listen. Of course, studio-length album, so these take quite a bit of time. There's going to be a lot more music to check out than normal, but let's just jump right into it. Here we go. NCT Dream dropped like kind of visualizers for every single song, which is great for me. Is I can just have everything going, and there can be something on screen without just being the album art for all 8 songs. This is also an SM album, which means it's going to be very hit or miss depending on how they're feeling in terms of content ID. So there's a very high chance that this doesn't survive the content ID block and has to be pulled offside. But in the off chance that this does survive, timeline below is going to be chapter based off of whatever we are listening to, if you want to skip ahead to a certain song of your choice. But without further ado, take it full screen one time. This is track number 3, Yogurt Shake. Lyrics by Wu-Tang. Composition, Jared Gibson, Adrian McKinnon, John Fulford, JT Roach, Timothy Boss Bullock also doing arrangements. Here we go.
Both going crazy. 넌 너무 sweet and sour. 내 하루를 흔들어. 마치 넌 yogurt shake, yogurt shake, yogurt shake for me. 나를 왜 hurricane 속에 가두지? Yogurt shake, yogurt shake, yogurt shake for me. 넌 나를 위져. 때로 부드럽게 소리. 때로 너무 차가워서 내 속을 태워.
What an interesting vibe. The kind of music box that survives is really interesting. Beat to go at halftime. There's a certain skip in the step on this beat. Ooh, halftime. Oh, now I'm genuinely confused what the main beat of this song is. I don't know if it's the upbeatness or this halftime beat. Because this beat is a really nice groove behind it. Then it goes into halftime. It's like it slows down, but the groove is still there. Now we're in halftime now. Take it into the bridge one time. Key change? Wow, what an interesting song. It's got such an interesting groove behind it. It's even though the beat can switch in and out between that halftime and double time motif, it still has such a nice groove to it. But for me, the kind of standout element of this song is that almost musical box like twinkle in the instrumental section, because it adds a little bit of a lightness to the song. Because I think without it, it'd be a pretty heavy rhythmic song in a way, but it's just that one instrumental choice that kind of livens up the song a little bit for me, or at least lightens up the song for me, and I think that's really interesting. It's like if you have, let's say, like mashed potatoes, and you have, mashed potatoes and gravy, that's perfectly fine and all, but you just add a little bit of herb, like some parsley, like chop parsley through the mashed potatoes or like the gravy or something. It just lightens it up a little bit. It's like that. There's a certain lightness to that I can't really quite explain all that well. But it's another one of those songs that's got a very subtle but nice groove behind it. Nice. Good start. Next up, Skateboard with Mr. Cheno on the picture. Lyrics by a 153 lyrics song. Even though I won't really pick up on the lyrics because I don't know Korean and they don't come with lyrics. But composition Sebastian Thought, Alex Carlson, Dietrich Thought, and arrangement by Sebastian Thought. Here we go. I always get excited when I see these possibly Scandinavian names in here because they know how to make a beat. Again, we've got a groove. Very energetic. Nice vocal stack.
Move like Tarzan. No break, getting faster, faster. 바람결을 따라 그냥 달려 난 힘내니까 발을 굴러 속도 더 높여 나가 겁 없이 파도 타듯이 Yeah, booty, 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 what's on my way? 이제 countdown 길을 비워나고 1, 2, 3, hit the street 달려 on my skateboard Gotta get it rolling 나가 with my skateboard Gotta get it rolling 뛰어서 하늘까지 더 큰 세상을 누비지 우린 hot non-stop 그게 뛰어봐 on my skateboard 어디서나 my life
I do love a good gang chant. It really gets you energetic and energized.
Jump up and down 본 적이 없는 트리거 고민들은 let go 떠올라 지붕 위로
Nice little vocal run.
My heart's beating faster, faster 하늘 위에 땅까지 달려가 두 발 끝에 달린 너의 위에 날 맡겨 Try not slide and flip 앞으로 직진 Yeah, 숨이 멎을 것 같은 feel 다시 countdown 전부 외쳐봐 Go 1, 2, 3, hit the street on my skateboard Gotta get it rolling Roll on my skateboard Gotta get it rolling
I love the bounciness this beat gets in the chorus too. Long build. Oh, and then transition it in with the vocal run. Very smart. Nice. Nice. I love the energy behind that. Ooh. Human psychology is so interesting to me. Because whenever, for me at least, whenever there's a piece of music that involves like the entire group of people, not like singing it almost with a melodic quality, but singing it with like a shouting quality, so gang vocals, and you just hear everyone singing along or shouting along, it makes me want to get involved with it as well. And the fact that the entire chorus is like that, I think is so great. The bounce this chorus has is so good, and the fact that the members are all kind of like shouting together the chorus, it makes you that much more amped up about it. Oh, nice hefty length B-side. I mean, I feel like anything over 3 minutes at this point is considered hefty in this day and age, which is pain for me, but it grooves. It genuinely does groove. So far, like, even including broken melodies, which I think stylistically might be the outlier so far, because that was a very melody-heavy song. Yeah, I would say I think for the most part right now, Broken Melodies is the outsider stylistically. But even though this album so far has such good energy to it. I mean, it's NCT Dream, what more can you expect? But, you know what I mean. Next up, Blue Wave with Mr. Ji-sung on the picture. Actually, who was on Yogurt Shake? I forgot to point them out. It's Renjun, okay. Blue Wave. Oh, I need to pull up the Reddit post. Okay, Blue Wave. Lyrics: Cho Yoon Kyung. Composition and arrangement: Brendan Areaga, name we've definitely seen before. And then composition, rest of the composition team: Edwin, Honorette, and Gino the Ghost. Here we go.
잔잔했던 마음이 조금씩 일랑여 왜 이러지 하얀 물거품 천천히 살랑여 어두 sailing I don't wanna rush it
I love this kind of muffled feeling the synth has, because it feels like it's underwater a little bit.
설렁인 이대로 계속 dance
A pan flute run?
When I'm with ya 다 던져 난 춤을 춰 헤엄치고 있어 태양도 내 모든 여름도 전부 주고 싶어 꿈을 안는 그 순간 젖어드는 motion 푸른 빛의 ocean 여름빛 눈부셔
I love how tropical this sounds. Oh my goodness. And lots of runs in the instrumental and in the vocal parts. Lots of runs.
I don't wanna stop it. 분명 나답지 않은데 이렇게 좋은 넌 오늘 숨쉬게 해. 손을 하듯 바랗게 더 물이 드는 네 맘에 안겨 여기 앉아. 비로소 난 네 안에서 머물 곳을 찾은 것 같아. Yeah. When I'm with you.
I love this. Hold on. It's so casual, and it's so playful, and it's so fun.
저기 멀리 네가 보여 난 조금 더 아직 좀 더 다가와 다가워질수록 높아지는 숨은 위로 부서지는 summer shine yeah I love it waiting for your love
Also, very interesting stack there.
우리만의 surfing feel that good enough waiting for your love waiting for your love 끝나지 않을 계절 속에 너와 나 수면 위로 반짝이는 네 미소에 안게 더 diving
Lots of stacking in the top line. B-side of the album for me so far. Oh, that was great! That was so good! And you know what I think it is? It's the fact that for me, I have not come across a really bright, just pure, summery song as much as I have in past years at this point in the summer. Like, it is mid-July now. We are well and truly in the summer release season. I feel like this year we have not had that many like out and out proper summer bangers yet. We've had some that have taken, you know, elements of it being summer-esque. But this, for me, at this point right now, might be the most true summer bop that I've listened to this release season. And it's brilliant. It's not an extremely, like, loud and energetic and, like, party vibe summer song. But this is most definitely a lounging on the beach with a drink in your hand type of summer vibe. And it all comes down to that pan flute. That pan flute motif is so good. And the fact that it's not just the pan flute that's doing it, but the vocal part as well has that same melody, and they kind of go in line with each other sometimes. And then we've got the parts where like the rap verse was stacked and parts where the vocal parts were stacked on top of it. It feels like I'm laying back on the beach in like a lawn chair, maybe under like a parasol, with a drink on the table, and I can just feel the warm breeze blowing through. I can hear the waves slowly crashing on the beach, maybe the birds chirping in the air. It's really warm out. It's just a vibe and a really calming good time. That is what Blue Wave is for me. And I always say when a song can paint a really clear mental image for me that it's a good song, this is a great song. Oh, okay. Okay, that was great. Next up, Poison with Mr. Haechan on the picture. Korean lyrics by... Oh, Jam Factory lyric. Hold on. Who are you? Chung Chung Won of Jam Factory. Composition, Ludwig Evers, Jonathan Guzmag, Bobby Lewis, Parker Gile. Arranged by Moonshine. Right. Slower beat.
내게 기울어도 와 Stay up 긴 밤 내내 쌓아올린 기억 아마 그건 내게 의미 없는 장난이었는지 아이처럼 날 무너뜨리고 오는지 부서져 나
Very smooth though, even though it is slower. Oh, pause the beat. Nice drawn out beat. Oh, that was a complex vocal part. Hold on.
조차도 없지 수도 없이 뺏긴 마음은 또다시 발을 적셔오는 노션 이젠 알지 자꾸 담아도 넌 흘러가 찰나스치는 너의 품에서 영원보다 더 오래 사랑하는 꿈을 꿔 무너질 저기 끝까지 This love gon' rise 비어버린 자리에서 숨기고
Yeah, even when the cadence of like the rap verse kind of speeds up, it's still really smooth. And I love that that background vocal part swells. It's not a constant just one volume. There's a swell to it.
Always knocking me out. 네가 들려와 맞춤 결과치. I've been thinking about trade reasons to stay at an up discount.
Switch up of the cadence across the 3 different members. Gentle re-entry. Whoa! Okay, big style switch. Love it though. It's really smooth. And listening to it, it's an extremely satisfying song to listen to because there's so many different pieces going on, especially in that top line. Whoa! I love a good vocal part. I mean, if you saw how I reacted to Broken Melodies, you know how much I love a good vocal part. Poison has got a lot of good vocal parts in it, and it's not just the main top line, but everything that's going on around it vocally is so cool and is so elaborate. It's a lot of moving parts, but it all works in tandem with each other, and they work so well together. But for me, it comes down to just how the vocals are delivered, because it's not just like the main line, the main top line. Yes, that's meant to be the most noticeable part of the song. That's perfectly fine. It's the stuff that's going on around it. You feel it come in and out. You feel the ebbs and flows of that vocal background part, and I love that because they've taken very small details into that vocal part and really elaborated on it and really drew out every single possible like emotional value and emotional impact out of that background part and incorporated it so well into how the song flows. Oh, compositionally, this is my favorite song so far on the B-sides. Song-wise, I mean, I think Blue Wave is going to be tough to beat for me. But compositionally, this song is so smartly written. Whoa. Okay. Next up, SOS with Mr. Jamin on the picture. Green lyrics, Rick Bridges. Composition and arrangement by 1-800 Rude Boy. And then rest of the composition team, Jaejuan. I'm gonna guess it's Jaejuan Antonio, Jordan Johnson, and Hot Boy Rich. Here we go. Oh, the modulation is so interesting.
3, 2, 1, 0. Hot like desert, cold like blizzard. 집중, 이건 breaking news. 우린 저질러, big accident. 3, 2, 1, crash through you. 새빨갛게 번져, 내가 말갑해. sundown, 달라, flame. 누구 뜻했지? 좁혀주면 make it rain. 더 끝까지 차올라 swag. 나를 따라 파도가 치는 몸. 잘 봐, 하나 둘씩 움직이는 걸. Venom in the medicine, 도시를 삼켜. This is cold red, 다음 타겟은 너. I go round and around like a merry-go. 상상도 못한 타이밍 너에게로. Over and over my voice on the radio. 너도 모르는 사이 it's already done. Hot like a circle, like blizzard. 집중, 이건 breaking news. 우린 저질러.
How dare you whisper into my ears, sir? Oh my goodness. Give me some warning next time, please. 손을 내어 키워 끝까지 들리게 지금 반대편대로까지 talk about it 빛깔
I'm a cinematic 어디 가든 터지는 음성 소리는 test an emergency It's my area 벗어나지 못해 Acceleration 멈추기엔 too fast Ain't no break 가까워진 너의 놀라는 face I hope you better be ready for the crash I go round and around like a
It's not usually the genre of music I would go out and search for, but I'm vibing with this.
Over and over my voice on the radio 숨을 고르는 사이 it's already done 집중 이거 breaking news 우린 저질러 big accident 3, 2, 1 crash to you SOS to blast.
Okay, bridge. I won't lie, I was kind of vibing with the song too hard, I forgot where we were. Wait, huh? Okay, yeah, that... Okay. This is one of those songs where I got so lost in the sauce, I genuinely lost track of where I was. That beat was doing something to me. I was really going into it, like really feeling it. That also meant I completely lost track of where in the song we were. That rarely happens. Because genuinely, I thought, I don't know if that was the bridge that like I called the bridge, even though that was technically like the outro. Like I don't know if we just didn't get a final chorus in that or what. I was just vibing with it too hard. Interesting. Again, not the type of music I go and search for, but I wouldn't be mad at it if it popped up on a shuffle, on a Spotify shuffle, and it's just, it grooves. It genuinely does groove. It's got a nice bounce to it. That beat is kind of addictive, actually. It's not addictive in like the singable way or like the, oh, I can listen to it once and then immediately know what it is. But it's a beat where I could have that going on and on. And I don't think I get sick of it because I can just. It's almost like the rhythm version of semantic satiation, where if a word is repeated enough times, it loses its meaning. With me, the beat is just has such a nice, catchy groove to it that it stops being a beat and it becomes just like ambient noise that just takes me on to a different plane of existence, if that makes sense. Nice. Next up. Oh gosh. I know we haven't had a Chandler picture yet, but who is that in the background? Does it say? Does it say who it is in the background? Because I need help. Ah! Okay. I felt like I was going to run into this problem. Concept pictures, I struggle to figure out who's who sometimes. Who are you, sir? Is like in process of elimination, it's Mark and Chandler that's left, right? That we haven't seen in the picture. I genuinely can't tell who that is. Oh boy. Anyways, before I embarrass myself any further, next up is Pretzel. Parentheses heart emoji. Jang Jung-won, Jam Factory's back on the lyrics. Composition Ludwig Lindell, Chris Meyer, Pontus Onyek Calm, and then arrangement Ludwig Lindell and Pontus Calm. What? I swear some of them were on the Shiny album as well. Nice. In the meantime, I'm gonna go try and find who this is on the picture.
Have you ever heard a recipe like this before? 꼭 달콤할 필요는 없는 걸 살짝 비틀어봐 그래도 Don't stop 방심하면 큰일 나
It's almost industrial?
Boil it up, cool it down 내일 따뜻한 온도로
Interesting melodic top line now. That's Mark? Holy what?
Nah, you ain't ready for this one. Let's go. Just a little bit of honey, 반짝이는 눈빛, something more. 너를 자극시킨 chili sauce. 원할 때 마음껏 뿌려, jalapenos. 때론 너희들 쓴 맘을 당겨. 골라봐 너만의 픽, 너의 취향에 맞춰. 나를만 바꿔도 괜찮은 걸. Let's tasty, yeah that's hot.
I just had my mind blown. I never would have clocked that that was Mark Lee. Okay. I'll give this song this. The kind of balance between the melodic, the really smooth melodic, and the almost industrial sound is really cool. It really goes back and forth. I just love that you can almost feel all the rumbles in that bass and that 808. I'm also now craving a pretzel. That's a problem. I have an hour until dinner, I can hold it. But again, we had the industrial part and now it's really nice and melodic. Oh. One more time with the pretzel in your heart, come on. Drum fills? Okay. Pretzel. Whoa. Again, very interesting stacking going on that final chorus. It almost felt like the rap and the vocal parts were literally on top of each other, which I think is, if it was the way they kind of paired off the two together, having the rap verse almost act as like the harmony, very interesting choice. But that going from that industrial to that melodic, I call it industrial because it kind of sounds a little bit, you know, more machine-esque in a way, that instrumental beat. Going kind of like flipping back and forth between the two styles is very interesting. I do like a good contrast. But the one thing I'm reeling over is, how is that picture Mark Lee? It does... I'm in pain. Because to me, that looks like Sonu from, Sonu from The Boys. And I can't, how is that Mark Lee? Huh? Okay. That's besides the point. An industrial song for me, I think it depends on the pacing and the energy behind it. Like, industrial beats are always going to have that kind of bounce to it. To me, like, the almost mechanical-esque sound of an industrial beat almost naturally gives it a bounce to it. But pairing it with, like, a rap-heavy song is so smart, because rapping is very much more rhythm-reliant, right? So having a beat that's got a lot more rhythmic bounce to it is just like a natural fit for it, and I quite like that. I do also like the style switch we've had on the album. It's like we have gone a little bit more like rap and rhythm heavy with like SOS and Pretzel now. Which, like, the fact that, you know, it's a studio length album, there's plenty of space to kind of have that sound evolution here and there, so I quite like that this is a switch up. Okay. And we finally get the Champa picture. That, to me just trying to get Chanla and Tail apart during my like baby NCT phase was tough. I don't know. To me, like now they look kind of different, but back then I just could not tell the two apart. It didn't help that they were like vocal kings together as well. But anyways, besides the point, Starry Night, track number 9 on the album already, penultimate track. Lyrics, Kang Eun-jung, first one on the album, and then composition, HRDR, Justin Reinstein, and then arrangement, HRDR. Here we go. A little smoother.
시간도 어느새 잊어버려 머릿속에 너만 채워 넌 느라 여유가 없어 Feel so sweet 밤 공기마저 포근해지는 것만 같아 이런 맘은
Really smooth.
더 좋은 기분 알지도 몰라 maybe 몇 번이나 발걸음은 같은 곳을 지나가 Tonight 아쉬운 마음에
Interesting octave split there in the vocal part. Oh, it's brighter is the word I want to use for it, but it's it's almost late night. I mean, Starry Night, the title makes sense. But it's got that the hint of the late night vibe. But it's more like an evening commute home type of late night instead of like an 11 p.m. late night vibe. Was that second chorus shorter than the first time around? I don't know why it feels shorter. The filtered nylon guitar sound too, very nice choice. Yeah, they've really gone and kind of like softened the blow a little bit, almost like they're naturally letting the album peter off energetically. Like it's been, you know, this is track number 9, right? Track number 9, and like, even Broken Melodies, while it is a vocal heavy song, going from ISTJ all the way through to Pretzel has been a pretty high intense album so far, so it's natural that we kind of start winding it down for the final song. Oh, this is really cool. There's a certain pep in its step that's not the same kind of energy that you get on the rest of the album. Like, there's enough of an EDM kick to the song where it's not considered a ballad, but it very much listens like a ballad. You know, it's very smooth, even once you get, you know, rap parts and even during the vocal parts, it's very smooth and relaxed and laid back. And I've been kind of going down a train of like the late night aesthetic when it comes to music. It's genuinely a good time. It's very calming, very relaxing. And even if you do like want to sing along to it, it's one of those where you can just kind of lay back in bed, hands behind your head, and just kind of listen and let the music take you to like a calmer place and just groove and kind of like lull yourself to sleep just by like enjoying the music kind of rocking back and forth. And while Starry Night has a little bit more of an energetic kick than I ideally like for a song like that, it has all the traits of that kind of specific subgenre of pop music that I really do enjoy. That's very nice. And then finally, the finale song on the album, Like We Just Met. Lyrics by all the members. Composition, Allegro, Dan Johnson, Robbie J, along with Mark, Geno, and Jamin. And then we've got Allegro on arrangements. Alright, let's finish the album strong, shall we? Here we go.
나를 비춘 별빛 따스한 손에 남은 의미 어두웠던 맘들 두려운 날 이젠 I don't mind Just tell me you love me 여전해 너를 보면 항상 어색한 내 말투 떨리는 목소리 Girl, I can't explain 우린 마치 영원한 사랑을 하는 것 같아 내 눈빛이 모든 걸
My inner ballad lover is happy. It's not a ballad, but it's sappy enough to be one.
시간이 불어와 흩날려진대도 내 마음은 이 계절의 향기를 남기고 있어 I look in your eyes and it still feels like we just met.
Oh, they took it down for the transition.
다시 돌아가도 I love you again, darling. 익숙한 바람 부는 너에게로 처음 만난다고 똑같은 내 표정 결국엔 nothing really matters.
Even in the rap verse, it still has the ballad quality to it.
걸어가 둘만의 끝없는 길 기억해 수많은 계절 속 우릴 Every day 사랑한다 해도 영원은 충분하지가 않아.
I love this perpetual acoustic guitar with the strings.
Girl, let me explain. 우린 마치 영원한 사랑을 하는 것 같아. 내 눈빛이 모든 걸 대신에 말해주고 있어. 처음 만났던 그때 그대로 여전해. 시간이 불어와 흩날려진대도 내 마음은 이 계절의 향기를 남기고 있어. I look in your eyes and it still feels like we just 우리 기억들이 꿈처럼 사라져 버려도 잘 보일 수 있게 I'll stay like this forever. Oh. 꿈의 장면 속에 해가 떠오를 때 함께 할 수 있게 I want you. So tell me 영원히 곁에 함께 해줄 수 있어. 남은 매일 밤하면 같이 새어지고 싶어. We don't need nothing. It's perfect enough. You and me. 시간이 흘러 지나 무뎌진대도 무뎌져 가더라도 가슴이 나고 순수한 그 시절 내 눈동자에 비친 모습에 Like we just met. Like we just met. 아직 스치는
Oh, even take it down one more notch.
Forever like this. 너는 그렇게 또 사랑할게. It's
Keep
like
the harmony.
we just met, darling.
I know ballads might not be the most popular genre of music out there, but as someone who absolutely adores a good ballad, ooh, I love this. I love this. It just feels genuine. It feels, I don't know why it gives me hopeful vibes. But, oh. And I think a part of it has to do with the fact that you can almost feel how the members wrote it. It's something about a song where the members of a group all come together to write the lyrics for and like knowing that the members all took part in writing the song just hits emotionally harder for me in a good way, I should say. But just that emotional aspect of the song gets increased tenfold once I know that the members partook in writing the lyrics and only the members took part in writing the lyrics for it. But it's got everything I want from a good ballad. It's got the emotional feeling behind it. It's got the well, the strings are a plus for me, honestly, but it's got the beautiful strings, it's got the acoustic guitar, it's got the great vocal harmonies, the pacing of the song is perfect. You know, you feel the swells, and the way the song just gently sets you back down at the end of it is the perfect way to end the album. And, there's a reason why groups and artists leave the ballad until the end. It's not just because it's the least popular type of song on an album. I mean, if you look at the times are different. I mean, we're talking 40 plus years ago now. But if you look at like especially in the rock and metal world from the 1980s, sometimes the group's most popular songs are the ballads. And I know that's probably not the case in the pop world anymore, but the way you end an album with a ballad just by like kind of giving you like this emotional piece to kind of wind down, and it just gently sets you back down on the ground is such a pleasing way to listen to an album, and I love it. Very good album, boys. Very good. Very good, gentlemen. This was very enjoyable. What was the last time we listened to a Dream album? Was it the Candy Special Mini? That was a good time too. Graduation was a great album. But this album, the ISTJ album, great time. Great time indeed. I think in terms of favorite songs on the album, I think Broken Melodies is still going to take the crown for me. It's like, it is hard to dethrone Hello Future as my favorite NCT Dream song, but the fact that upon like listening to Broken Melodies once, and already Broken Melodies kind of even pushing for that top spot is speaking volumes for me. And then Blue Wave. Blue Wave was such a nice time. Just the summeriness of it was exactly what I was looking for. And also, I've just clocked every single song at least every single B-side on the album is over 3 minutes. That's impressive. In a world where, 2.5 minute songs are the norm now, hell yeah, I can get behind that. But anyways, that is it from me today. Thank you all for watching along with me, listening along with me, wherever this ended up. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.